Hey you guys, welcome to my Venus through Signs series. This is for Venus in Aries. So if in your birth chart, Venus is sitting in a sign of Aries, or if you have Aries as your 7th house, these messages are for you. I've already explained in a previous video how to find your Aries. You might want to check that out in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate. Please don't try to force it if it's not fitting. Okay, so we have the central issue, heart of the matter, as the King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Emperor, the Chariot, Eight of Cups, Justice, Five of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so central issue here could have something to do with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or an Aries. It also could have something to do with your income, your coins. I'm getting something in regards to striking up a deal, striking up a contract. Someone may be viewing you as a business deal or contract, or that's how the relationship is being viewed, like a business plan. Even though these are two, this isn't like necessarily my power couple card, because I like to see like maybe the Empress out, but it still looks like that power couple energy where people are having to put their minds together and say, hey, look, we need to carry out this plan this way or that way, or this relationship needs to go like this. So I feel like there is a bit of strategy in regards to how you're moving forward with your relationship. If you're completely single, I feel like this is someone who has their eye on you and they're getting ready to pursue you. There's an attraction there. This person, when they pursue you, is just going to be out of the blue. Just out of the blue, this person feels like moving towards you. But right now they're planning and strategizing. This person is already aware of your presence. They're just taking their time to approach you. This person is very responsible when it comes to their matches. They don't just, jump around with anyone, or even if they have in the past, it's like, I'm not like that anymore. I'm looking for someone serious that I can commit to, or these could be your views, how you are viewing someone that you're interested in. I'm also getting here that if this is not about love at all, it's still about some sort of business move. It's about making moves, making plans, and doing things accordingly. I feel that someone is acting like a boss. Someone is coming off as, I'm leaving you MF is in the dust. Like, I got shit to do. I'm dead ass. I don't know why. I just feel like somebody is like coming down like a strong business mogul. Someone is just like dead ass about whatever it is that they're trying to do, and they're not waiting for anybody. They're just taking off. They're just like, I know where I want to move. I know where I want to vacation. I know how I want this business to go. I know when I want it to start. Somebody is just like going in, maybe they're kind of talking to people like this. Somebody might also feel like the need to defend themselves for whatever reason. I feel like someone is kind of fed up about something too. Someone is tired of compromising. It's like, I'm always compromising. I'm always doing this and that. It never works out. It's about me. I got to do this. I know what I'm doing. Move out my way. Like Ludacris, move. Get out the way. Get out the way. It's almost like that's how someone is just like they're doing. I feel like someone is just like running down on people. This can also be, yeah, it can be about a trip. Someone may be getting ready to go on a trip or relocate. I see people getting left behind regardless. Now, this could be happening to you. Like you are the one watching everyone go. This might be you. And like you guys, if you could see, like all the backs are facing down here. Everybody, it's like maybe you feel like everybody turned their back on you. And you're just watching everyone go on as you sit and stay the same. Things might be changing around you, or maybe that this is just you deciding to leave everybody behind. It's like, look, I can't sit around anymore. You all can stay the same. I'm making moves. So regardless, someone is feeling like, man, they just left. They just walked away. Someone is going to maybe regret losing you, or somebody might already be missing you. Or it could be that it could be like you're doing something that's for the best. Like you don't really want to leave this person. Maybe you really don't want to leave your hometown, or you really don't want to leave your job, but you're doing it. You're like, I can't, it hurts me to my core, but I'm leaving. And someone is just kind of looking. I feel like someone is feeling like a little bit of sadness or depression, or is being reminded of when something happened in the past. It's like reminiscent to when you had to change schools as a little boy or girl, or when you had to relocate. Your parents, they didn't even ask you. They just were, one day it was like, okay, we're moving. And it's just like, what about my friends? What about my school? And it's just like, we can start a new life somewhere else. You'll make new friends. So it's almost like someone is remembering some sort of past traumatic incident, maybe from childhood. It could be too that someone is having a pity party and feeling like everybody leaves me. Everybody always walks away and no one stays with me. Like I think I have abandonment issues. My dad didn't stay. My boyfriends never stay. Or, if you're a guy, my mom never listens to me. I'm invisible to my mom. My girl, she left me. Every girl I fall in love with leaves me. So somebody is maybe having a pity party and just all of a sudden kind of snapping and just taking off and putting on that shield of armor, hiding their emotions and just moving on, feeling like I just need to let go. Especially too, if something also could be happening legally. I don't know if you feel like you got your justice. If it was some sort of court order, you might be feeling like that's not fair, or I wasn't expecting that. Who makes these decisions? I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe according to the court of law, like I feel like you're going to be disappointed in the decision of the judge. Yeah, because these cards is too much regret surrounded by the decision made. Too much regret, sadness. Thinking like maybe I should have hired a lawyer. Maybe I wish I never got into trouble in the first place, or I wish this never happened in the first place. So, I mean, it's nothing you can do but to let go and move on. So now, I mean, if it isn't in legalities, it's just a matter of regretting or feeling like maybe someone made the wrong decision. Man, Venus and Aries, what's going on with you? I'm getting ready to pull your second row, and already I can see the Five of Pentacles coming out. Ten of Wands, feeling like you're burdened with everything. Five of Wands, having arguments. The Hanged Man, having to be patient. The Ace of Swords, and finally having some sort of clarity. or some sort of realization or seeing something from a different perspective. So yeah, it's like you guys here are feeling like you got the short end of the stick, or you lost something that was valuable to you. It even could be like if, for instance, if someone already has transitioned and they left you out of the will, but you know, everybody else got something. You know, it's just like, I didn't get nothing, or nothing that I care about. Like, or maybe even if it was just like you wanted the photo albums, or you wanted dad's instruments, or you wanted your mom's rings. It's like everything got divvied up in a way that you felt was unfair. And you're like, they left me with the scraps, or they left me with the things that don't mean anything. I'd rather have the photo album. I could have got something. So someone is definitely feeling like rejected. If you're going through a divorce, it could be that you are stressing out over the fact that you don't like the way the custody went. It's like, why do they get to keep them half the year? And you know, I wanted to be more a part of their lives or something. Now, also, if this isn't happening to you, maybe it's happening to your love interests. Especially too, if someone has gone silent on you and you're like, where did they go? You know, I feel like they're going through something personal in their lives. A lot of things, they're experiencing a lot of losses. And right now they're just not able or in a position where they can communicate or talk to you. This is also someone who feels inadequate or like they don't have enough. You yourself might feel undervalued here, unappreciated. It's like your needs just aren't being met. I feel like you're having a hard time finding friends or getting people to side with you on something. It's almost like you're feeling like you're carrying some sort of entire load on your own. You might recently be becoming a single mother or father. Whatever the case, it's just like you feel like you're under a lot of pressure and you don't have enough. It's like, I don't have enough. Like, I'm having to move into a smaller apartment. I had to downgrade my car. I didn't want to. I don't want to apply for assistance, but I think I need it. You know, so I just hate to bring all this information, but you guys, it just really looks like something is going on in your lives where the month of June, you're like, I'll be glad when this month is over. You're like, I don't like these things that are happening. So I feel like your faith is going to be tested this month. Here, you may need to isolate yourself from any type of drama. You also are going to have to get out of your head and start focusing on what you do have. You're going to have to look at things from a different perspective, because I can see you getting caught up with, you know, why this and why that. You're going to have to understand there's a lesson in it. There's a higher purpose in it. You know, you guys just really are going to have to surrender to your circumstances for now and know that it's just temporary. Know that it's just something you have to experience here. I feel like people are leaving you hanging. Nobody's coming to rescue you. I'm looking at, excuse me, the back of this card, and people are just watching. They're not doing anything. They see that he's hanging, but they're not doing anything. They're just watching. So it might be like that with you. Like, you're expecting people to come and assist you. And maybe you start looking at them differently. You're like, you guys, I see how you are when I reach rock bottom. You know, I'm going to remember that on my way back up, especially if you're a struggling artist or something and you know you're coming up one day. It's like you looking at all the people who did not support you, all the people who watched you hang, all the people who, you know, just kind of left you in the wind. You're taking note of that. But I do feel, though, like I said, you're having some sort of moment of clarity, and it may also happen while you're asleep, or like in a dream, especially if you're like intuitive or something, you might have some sort of answer that comes to you in a dream, and you just kind of wake up feeling like, now I get it, now I understand, now that makes sense. So yeah, it's just a matter of you just also, I feel like this is just hang in there. Just hang in there. You know, these changes have to happen. Yeah, I see someone's mask falling off. I almost feel too like you're exposed. So I don't know if you're one of those people that have a dream about being naked in front of a group of people. Like that's your stress dream, I feel. It just kind of indicates that you're under stress in a nutshell. But I almost feel like you are having to be exposed, or you're having to be humbled. Your ego could have been, could have gotten too big for whatever reason. Maybe your ego got too big in a relationship. Your ego got too big at the workplace. If you're a celebrity, it's like you had to crash and burn. Something happened where you're having to eat a piece of humble pie, I feel like. And it might hurt or irritate you for me to say that, but you know, I just feel like you needed this to happen. But now too, I mean, it, like I said, you know who's there for you and who's not. So here, the universe, the star is here to remind you that that everything's going to be okay. That you're going to be taken care of. It just might not be happening the way you expected it, but you are being observed. You're being watched. Those of you that have had some sort of spiritual awakening, you might come to realize that something was a test. Especially if this is a situation where in love and relationships, you keep doing something where you let people take advantage of you. You don't set boundaries. And now this is you. It's like, hey, that was a test. You know, I don't think you passed that test. So this is something for you to learn again for next time. People keep testing your boundaries. This also can be a lesson for you if your partner feels that you were the one that took advantage of them. They may have had to have set boundaries with you. Maybe you needed a wake-up call because you weren't aware of your mistreatment of them. So the story can go either way around. Now you also could be dealing with an Aquarius or Pisces or Cancer. But like I said, it could be any sign. This is also one day, this is you taking all of that, all of your experiences and sharing them with the world. Like, you are going to be able to help people one day because you have to go through something. So now that you've walked in other people's shoes, you can be someone who helps or assists. I see something too in regards to messages being revealed in a dream. Again, that's coming out. Some of you also may be very intuitive or psychic or empaths. There's also, I'm also getting something where maybe a reader or a psychic told you something and now things are coming into fruition. Like maybe you were warned about something a while back and now everything is coming to pass here. I feel like you are going off into isolation. I feel like there's a need for you to kind of keep to yourself. I don't really get that it's about you not trusting people, but It's like now you maybe have your walls up. You're not making quick decisions. I'm also getting stuff in regards to like business too. Like you're having to start over. You're having to change your business, new business plans. It's like you have to start over. I feel like you're starting from ground zero is what I'm getting. You're starting from ground zero. You may have had to ask for donations or support. You may have had to tell people that you were suffering even though you didn't want to. It's like, hey, I have to put this out there. Like, and then the minute you do, everybody starts coming to help you. Somebody, I still feel like someone is ignoring you, or you're ignoring them. I'm getting this either your mother or a mother figure or the baby's mother. Maybe even like the baby's father too. And then too, we do have that power couple out, but something's going on where you guys are needing to reconcile. You guys are needing to start fresh with the relationship. There's some sort of unfinished business. You guys need to work that out. You guys are going to start reestablishing and rebuilding your relationship. If this is business-wise, this might be you having to start a new job. Like I said, you lost your old job and you have to start over. If you're an entrepreneur, it's still like you're having to start from the ground up. You had to take some losses in order to, start with this new plan here. I feel like too, some of you really want to go into business for yourself. It's like you really want to, if you haven't done that yet, it's like I really want to start my own business. I really want to be an entrepreneur. It's going to take time. You just have to be patient. Patience is needed to, for whatever line of work you're going into, you need to figure out, what is your strategy? How are you going to sell yourself? How are you going to present yourself? You need to be more business minded, more strategic here. Because you have like a lot of competition. Although I do feel like with the Chariot being out, eventually you're going to be the victor. You're going to come out on top here. What's that saying when you're climbing to the top? It's like you have to step on a lot of toes, or you have to step on a lot of heads. I don't know, that that saying when you're having to climb to the top. It almost makes me think of like with Jay-Z's recent status of being the first black billionaire, not black billionaire, male hip hop billionaire, whatever. It's like it's funny because I was listening to a podcast about that the other day, and he was just talking about, you don't know how many people he probably had to disassociate with, how many people he had to do dirty. It's like that type of bracket, that status, that does not come at an easy price. So I don't know if you're the type of person that is focused on that. That's what you want. You want to build an empire. You don't care how you get there, but you just know that you're going to do it. You're kind of ready to, disassociate yourself from all these people, then that's you. However, if you're someone who's more spiritual, that might be something that just bothers your soul too much. So it's almost like you're having to figure out, how do I establish myself without causing harm or having to off people or having to, whatever the case, how can I go about this in a different way? So whatever the case, I feel like the remainder of June is about you restructuring, re-strategizing. I feel like this is the birth of a new idea. If you're a single parent, this is you just kind of learning how to get started on your own 2 feet, how to be independent. Maybe you were codependent at first, But now you're not, you know, you're getting ready to do a lot of things on your own. But you'll be taken care of here. The star is just like, have faith and have patience. This is your faith being restored. All right, so I hope that has helped or made sense to you. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.